Hi everyone, welcome once again. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can safely rotate your AWS secret key and access key. Okay, so this is for best practices when you have provisioned your AWS IAM user, and let's say it's for best practices, you need to be rotating your keys every like 30 days, every 90 days or 6 months, depending on your use case. So let's quickly go to the console and let me show you how to rotate your keys. So in our previous video, if you haven't watched it, so we created IAM user called max dev, okay, and we attach what we call secret key and access key, so we'll be able to have a access to our AWS resources through the command line. Okay, so to do that, let's rotate the key. So you come to the IAM user, you find the user you want to rotate the keys. So in this case, it's max dev. We go to security and credentials. Okay, you scroll down, you find the access key. For now, you've only got one active. Okay, so like I said, for best practices, you try and rotate this, based on your use case. 30 days, 90 days, 6 months, it's up to your use case. So what we need to do before you deactivate the existing one, you need to create a new one, okay? And then you can rotate them through. So we can go to create, okay? So you can pick this one. AWS will try and guide you to the best use case. You can pick this one. For this case, let's say, okay, let's pick this one. Okay, you can pick the others based on your use case. So accept that, and then you go next. Okay, you can describe it, and all we need to do is to create. Okay, so we got this now. So now let's copy them. Right, so we grab the access key. What we need to do, we go to our command line. Okay, this is where we were using the secret key and access key. If you haven't watched the previous video, please go back and refer back to those videos. So we created IAM user, and we will just configure these keys on the CLI. So let's have a look. So that was let's AWS. Okay, so configure. Okay, and then what we have was just a profile, because we created a profile for this user. So profile, okay, and then what we need, the profile was max hyphen dev above. Okay, so if we do this and press enter, okay, so this is the existing access key. If you go enter again, this is the existing secret key that works. Okay, if you go enter, the default region, we haven't put anything there. Default output, we put YAML there, and then that is it. Okay, we would like to rotate this. So again, if we say AWS configure again, okay, just want to show you. Okay, again, the same profile. In this case, we are going to rotate here. So hyphen hyphen profile. Okay, so for this profile again, we are working with max hyphen dev, right? Okay, if we press enter for this one, okay, now you can put your access key, the one we copied. So I'll put it here for now. Okay, enter, right? And then the secret key, we go back there, and then we can grab that. Okay, so again, after this video, I'm going to delete this, so there's no point. Okay, you can look at it, but I'm just going to copy it straight away. I'm going to delete it when we're done. Okay, just for learning purposes. Let me put it here, the new keys. Okay, enter on that. Okay, again, you can set the region. Let's leave it. Enter, enter. Okay, and that's done on this one. Okay, so let's try and see if this work. Okay, so we can say AWS S3. Okay, we just want to check S3. We're gonna list them, and then we're gonna use our profile. Okay, which is what? So profile, hyphen profile, and what profile do we need? That is max hyphen dev. Okay, let's try that. Okay, now we'll be able to list all the bucket within our AWS account. Bear in mind the other secret still exists. Okay, so we can deactivate that. Now we check the new keys and we know it works. Okay, we can deactivate the old one. Okay, but before you deactivate it, make sure wherever you've used that key in your systems or in your application, you need to make sure that you update them there as well. So you don't straight away delete it, you just deactivate it for now. Where is it? Okay. Let's go back to that one. So now you could see we got two keys. Okay, the first key, the second key. So this is the second key. Let's have a look at the one just to confirm it. So the new one we just done, that is 5P2. Okay, that's that one. Let's have a look. Okay, that'll be the second one. Okay, so we can deactivate the first one. Okay, so let's go back to the user here. Okay, can you see that is that one? That's the new one. Okay, we just created 4 minutes ago, so we can deactivate the second one. So here, come here, deactivate. Okay, so it doesn't work anymore. It's been deactivated, and later on you leave it for few days, few months. It's up to you. If nothing, if all the system are working fine with the new keys, you can delete the old one. But in case any of your system or applications start failing because of the new keys, okay, you can revert it back to the old ones. Okay, just activate it so you are back in. Okay, this is how we rotate the keys. But if you know everything is working fine with the new key, all you need to do is to delete one, to delete it. Okay, and that's just done. Yeah, let's try and copy that. Okay, and delete. Okay, that's it. Done. Nice and easy. I hope this helped. Again, if you want me to do any video, let me know. Okay, please share with your friends and family, those you think they might need this. Okay, that will be quite handy. Comment and share with your friends. Until then, happy learning. Bye bye.